Okay, before we just start this video, let me say, putting out a video of this title and thumbnail is the absolute last thing I expected to do by the end of Ninjago 2022, but here we are. And before you make a judgment on what I'm saying here, maybe hear me out, okay? So recently the LEGO Group issued a press release about what's going on with the relaunched LEGO Friends in 2023. First of all, this is really weird because it's like, wait, you guys don't just get all your information through leaks? Like, this is an unironic press release that's like very professionally done and handled and gives us all the information in a basic, easy to understand and official format. If this was Ninjago, we'd be finding out about this through a promo breaks post. It's genuinely weird to see LEGO actually hitting the bare minimum for how they announce their products and actually doing so in a professional manner that's befitting of $1 million company, and I hope it bodes well for Ninjago. This should be the standard going forward. As a direct example of what I'm talking about here, the LEGO Friends press release has also revealed that there's going to be new LEGO Friends sets, obviously, but they've actually revealed what they are down to set names and set images. Do you see where I'm going with this? Why is LEGO Friends getting really professionally done press releases and set images months in advance that are done in a manner actually befitting of a multi-million dollar company, while Ninjago fans have to continue to rely on leaks like this? Ninjago is one of your most successful and beloved original IPs. You need to do better, LEGO, and you've shown that you can. So do it. What are you waiting for? Anyways, the article says, LEGO is relaunching Friends in 2023 with new characters, colours and packaging. The LEGO Group is relaunching its Friends theme in 2023 with brand new characters, colours and packaging in order to celebrate diverse friendships in the modern world. So one of the first things that immediately strikes me as being cool is that this new LEGO Friends line has an entirely new cast of characters. And the current lineup of characters, I assume from the current line, are going to be represented as adults and kind of show up every now and then in the show. Which is weird, because one of the biggest complaints of Ninjago right now is that it's afraid to do anything with the status quo. Everything has to return to the same way as it is. Characters can't be retired or killed off. They've got to stay at the Monastery. One of the biggest issues in Ninjago at the minute is it's completely afraid of making any kind of changes to the status quo. Like, even in comparison to Wilfilm, which wasn't great with this, there was still way more status quo changes. Over the course of 5 seasons of Wilfilm Ninjago, we had the Monastery, we had the Bounty, we had the Samurai X Cave, we had Steep Wisdom, we had the new Bounty. Hell, for a good load of Season 2, the ninja just lived in a cheap apartment, which modern Ninjago just wouldn't dream of doing something like that. These were the ninja bases they had in these seasons. Compare that to the 5 seasons of WorldBrain Ninjago we've had, and they've all just been at the Monastery. Even when the Monastery gets burnt to the ground, they still find a way to keep putting us at this Monastery. Now, I actually quite enjoy the Monastery getting rebuilt at the end of Crystalized. I think it's a nice visual. I think it's cool how characters like Harumi are starting to right their wrongs by literally rebuilding the stuff they destroyed. But it doesn't change the fact that it's just Ninjago is completely afraid to change the status quo. While LEGO Friends is completely pushing the boundaries of what it can do with its theme with new characters, putting the old characters in new situations, the fact that LEGO Friends is doing this better than Ninjago is just genuinely depressing to me. Ninjago insists on keeping the ninja completely stasis in this same age range, doing the same things, living in the same monastery with the same master. Wu has been saying stuff like, I can't be around for you forever, or saying he'll fight the Overlord to his last breath, and foreshadowing that he's gonna die for 11 years now. The Overlord versus Wu fight scene is really cool, but the line saying that he'll fight the Overlord to his last breath kind of doesn't work, because we as a viewer know that last breath is realistically never going to happen.
I would oppose you to my last breath.
Like that's ever gonna happen. What a load.
At this point, Ninjago has not had any kind of change to its main cast in 7 years. 2015 was the last time there was a major change to the ninja team, whereas in comparison, and again this is really weird to be saying out loud, LEGO Friends is unafraid to change the roles of the main characters completely and give us new main characters. It's genuinely weird to see that LEGO Friends is this unafraid of changing its status quo, while LEGO Ninjago, which is the LEGO theme known for its narrative, is completely scared of the idea of even mildly changing its status quo. LEGO Friends' announcement that LEGO Friends is doing better than Ninjago with is its representation of a wide group of people. For example, from this we can see that there's going to be neurodivergent friends, there's going to be representing stuff like Down syndrome and anxiety. One of the main characters has a limb difference, which I think is genuinely really awesome representation. The idea of a kid seeing that and being able to relate to that I think is a really positive thing. Let's bring this comparison back to Ninjago, where the main cast is neurotypical male, neurotypical male, neurotypical male, neurotypical male, neurotypical male, neurotypical female. And even then, she's been getting sidelined from the team and its main activities constantly in the new season, so it's like, that's really a moot point anyway. The LEGO Group recently ran a study called the Play Well Study, which heavily contributed to the Friends relaunch. This had key takeaways such as 75% of kids feel like there are not enough toys that represent them, and 8 in 10 children want more characters that look like them. I wonder if having a main ninja team, where all 6 of them are straight neurotypical people with only one of them being a female, would contribute to this problem in any way, shape or form. So when I say that in select areas, LEGO Friends is currently light years ahead of Ninjago in terms of progress, can you see what I'm getting at here? And okay, with all that talking out of the way, let's kind of try and head towards a conclusion for this discussion. Now, that's not me saying that Ninjago is a really bad show, because obviously it isn't. I wouldn't make a YouTube channel surrounding the show otherwise, but LEGO Friends, and specifically this announcement, has made it very clear that Ninjago has a lot of progress it needs to make. The other thing that needs to happen is Ninjago needs to meet this standard of actually having press releases in advance and getting stuff revealed officially, rather than through random bootleg leaks. It's unprofessional, it makes LEGO look stupid, and it overall just continues to be not a good look for the franchise, ruin the story for the people working on it internally and trying to keep secrets, and it's just something that needs to be fixed. And just to make it crystal clear, I know I just said this, but just to make sure, this isn't me saying that Ninjago is a horrible IP, or that LEGO Friends is better despite the kind of hyperbolic thumbnail. What I'm saying here is that LEGO Friends is light years ahead of Ninjago in areas, and Ninjago needs to be playing catch up. There is no reason for us to be living in a LEGO timeline where LEGO Friends is being more bold with its story than Ninjago. There should be no world where LEGO Friends is less afraid to change its status quo than the LEGO theme known for having a good narrative. And not only that, but even in comparison to its older seasons, Ninjago really has a status quo problem. Also, LEGO Friends has really put on display how not very good Ninjago has been at representing a wide range of people. The closest thing there is to any kind of disability rep in Ninjago is Cyrus Borg, and even then, Tommy Andreasen has confirmed that the only reason he was even disabled is so the Overlord could exploit him easier, which is gross. Moving on, if LEGO Friends is able to represent anxiety, neurodivergency, people born with only one limb, Ninjago should be able to put more disability rep or other kinds of representation in the show. LEGO Friends has proven that it's doable, so Ninjago has no excuse not to be doing it. Let me know what you think though in the comments down below. Does Ninjago have a lot of work to be doing, or is it in an alright place at the minute? I'd love to hear what you all think, and be sure to keep this comment section civil, because I feel like if any comment section on my videos is going to be a hostile one, this will be the one. Also, if you're going to dismiss everyone's valid concerns here by saying SJW or woke, then honestly just like click off the video, go outside, like touch some grass or something. Commenting stuff like that adds absolutely nothing to the discussion, and it just makes you look like a complete idiot. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like rating on it and share it with a friend if you found it enjoyable or informative enough to do so. Stuff like that really helps out the channel, so it'd be really appreciated. And speaking of supporting the channel, thank you so much to my channel members for financially supporting these videos. It really means a lot. If you want to get a channel membership, be sure to hit the join button next to my sub button, although do not feel obligated to, because just watching these videos, liking them and sharing them and stuff is enough support for me. If you like these kinds of videos and want to see more of them as soon as they come out, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified. And with all that out of the way, thank you so much for watching this video everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.